CJoy. And today we are going to do a lung class. So I have a couple of friends now who have been tested and luckily do not have COVID but have a lot of stuff going on in their respiratory system. So we're going to see if we can't help them, but you know, it'll be good for all of us to do some of these exercises and open up our lungs as well. If you're a glasses wearer, you're going to want to take your glasses off for this first part so you have access to your nose. If in the past you have done alternate nostril breathing with me, similar concept but different breath work, right? You can bring up you can put your index finger and your middle finger on your forehead and bring your thumb and fourth finger for this, or you can just use your 2 index fingers. It really doesn't matter, right? I'm just going to use 2 index fingers today. But the breath goes like this. We're gonna breathe regularly, soft belly breath. We're going to do soft belly breath for a few breaths, and I want you to pay attention specifically to the diaphragm and the bottom of your rib cage, and just notice what you notice. Don't try to change anything, don't try to make anything happen. It's soft belly breath. It's used as a test strip, right? So we're going to do that, and then at some point in time, I'm going to have us all exhale together, and then we're going to inhale. And when we inhale, we're going to come on up, not at the bulbous base of the nose, but up a little higher under the cartilage. And we're going to try to block off the majority of the passageway of the nostril so that your body really has to work to try to get that air up into the sinuses and down into the lungs, right? And then you'll do a regular exhale. You can leave your fingers up there, but I'll take mine away so you can see I'm not holding, right? And you can close your eyes. Please don't look at me if you don't have to. And again, we'll mostly plug them on an inhale. We'll do that 5 times together, and we'll exhale without anything, right? And when we do that second breath with the restriction on the inhale, I want you to again come into the area of the diaphragm and the bottom of the rib cage, everywhere else too, but mainly that area, and see if you notice a difference and what that difference is. So, you can close the eyes, soft belly breath, most of you all know. If you don't, welcome. You're going to let your belly be so soft that on an inhale, right, the belly will float away from the spine, and when you exhale, the belly will float back in towards the spine. So let it just be that simple. You're not trying to make it happen. You're not forcing the belly in and out. It's an allowing. Still check in, soft jaw, tongue, eyebrows, eyes, shoulders, all that stuff. Again, be aware, notice any sensation or feelings of movement or whatever that might be in the diaphragmatic area and the rib cage. And now let's move into the second breath. Exhale, so we're all in the same place. And then bring up whatever fingers, block most of the passage off, and try to inhale super slow. It should feel like a little bit of work. And release that and exhale. If you need to go faster than me, you do, or slower, take your pace, you're at home. Plugging your nostrils mostly, and inhale. Release and exhale. That was breath number 2. We've got 3 more. Again, mostly plug your nostrils as much as you can so that your lungs, your diaphragm has to work to really try to get that air into the lungs. Exhale. Soft jaw, soft shoulders, soft tongue. Blocking the passage. Inhale. And exhale, and again, you're going to do it, I'm going to talk about it Inhale and notice your diaphragm and your ribs. Do they feel different than when you're just doing the soft belly breath? What else feels different, right? Jaw soft, tongue soft. Don't let those other muscles take over because there's suddenly tension in the body. The tension of the diaphragm, trying to bring the breath in, right? And exhale, and I do believe that was 5. So now just go back to regular breathing with your awareness in that diaphragmatic area. My glasses wearer, if you'd like to put them back on, now would be a good time to do that. And then we're actually going to start lying down on our back. I just wanted to introduce that from seated, right? So go ahead and lie down onto your back. Once you get there, let's go ahead and go to windshield wipers. So walk your feet out as wide as your mat, to your arms out, inhale, and exhale the knees over to the right. Inhale up. If you're in a hurry, try to slow down as much as you can with me, exhaling to the left. I don't want you to have to work really hard for your breath. Inhale, but we want to keep a soft, long, soft belly breath. Exhaling to the right, head turning to the left. So many reasons for this, but one of them is for our stress levels, right? Inhale, coming back up. Exhaling, knees to the left, head turns to the right. So for most of us, we have been an excited inhale, knees up, head up. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Pause. That right foot might come onto the left thigh, and just pause here and take a moment. What I started to say is right now our central nervous systems, for many of us, are in an excited mode, I'll say, right? And because it's been really excited, we might be hypervigilant, or we might feel stressed out, or a lot of anxiety. So slowing the breath down is going to help that. And hopefully some other things we do in class today, right? Bring the right foot down and bring the head and the knees back up. Exhale the knees to the left, head might turn to the right. That left foot may or may not come onto that outer right thigh, just depends on what feels good, and breathe. Soft, slow breath. Bring that left foot down, bring the knees back up, walk the feet back in. And since it's a lung class, we want to breathe as deeply as we can. Now for my friends who have stuff going on in their lungs, if you cannot breathe this deeply and you need to go with a shorter breath, you do that. You take care of yourself, especially while we're babying our lungs, right? Moving into some rolling bridges. So inhale, push into your feet and start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. So right now we're waking up our spine. Exhale, rolling back down. So don't think of it as an upper back bend quite yet. And inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. And exhale, rolling back down. But we are starting to get into the upper back and the chest, the shoulders, right? Inhale, this time the arms might reach up and over. Remember, if you have a shoulder injury, you might just go to the ceiling and no further back. Exhale, bringing the arms back down. Don't aggravate a shoulder injury just to get into a posture. Inhale, reaching the arms up. You're going to leave your hips up and bring those arms down kind of like a snow angel, right? Palms are still up. See if you can roll your shoulders underneath you just a little bit more. And as you open that chest, right, let the chest kind of open towards the chin. Let the neck stay soft. And I'm not doing interlace. We're just getting in there, pushing into your arms and your fingers and your elbows and your shoulders. Inhale into those beautiful lungs of yours. And exhale, roll down. You notice that those shoulders escape just a little bit as you do. Take a breath. Now let's let the spine go the other way. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring both legs into the chest. Hands either behind the thighs or in front of the shins. Hugging the knees in, letting the spine round a little bit. Maybe rocking from right to left. And let's twist those lungs a little. See the arms out. Again, this one will hopefully be a little higher in the body. You're going to let the knees come over to the right. Now try to hug the right knees towards the chest as you come down, but then let the knees come away if they need to once you get there. Maybe turning the head to the left. So I want you to think of from right at the bottom of the rib cage, kind of in that waist area, right? I want you to think about two different directions. So your lower right belly, let it wrap all the way over to the left. Let your right chest wrap all the way over to the left so that every part of your upper body wraps over to the left. But think of everything below the waist, right? Your right hip rolling or wrapping that outer hip through the outer knee over to the right. Inhale, back up. And again, we're going to try to keep our knees towards our chest, different bodies, different things. You do what you need to. Let them come away a little bit if they need to once you get there. Maybe turn the head to the right. And again, I want you to think about your left waist stretching, reaching, lengthening over through your right waist, right? Your left chest all the way over to your right chest, rolling the right shoulder down. Keep that, but then think about your outer right hip lengthening all the way through the outer right knee and reaching that way. Inhale, the legs come back up. Let's grab the backs of the knees and rock yourself up. You can always go through fetal position if that is better for you. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows, and if that makes you want to grab a blanket or a pillow or a towel or anything in front of your knees, you do. You be inventive. You're at home. There's stuff you can use even if it's not traditional yoga stuff, right? I'll try not to teach with props for the most part, but if they benefit you, use them. Inhale, hold the belly up, reach that spine up to the sky. We're going to do the cat first. And exhale, shoulder blades down the back, reaching that chest forward. And inhale, pulling that belly up, rounding the spine up to the sky. And exhale, reaching that chest forward. So when you do it this time, bring your awareness into your lungs, right? Pull the belly up, yes. But can your lungs start to push the back of your ribs up to the sky even more? And as you exhale, can those lungs reach through the front of the ribs all the way between the arms forward? And come back to your neutral. Let's add a little bit of strength in. Reach the right leg back, push the right heel back, low belly toning. That left arm might reach forward. And then from there, I want you to actually leave the right foot down today. You're going to reach the left arm over, right? And now we're going to add a little strength. You're going to roll the body towards the left into a little twist. So it's a very strange little position here. That right heel keeps reaching back. That left arm, shoulder, I'll say, reaches up. Put some weight in the right finger so you're not killing your right wrist. Right shoulder away from right ear. And now imagine that you're wrapping from your right chest across your left up to the ceiling. Bringing that down to the ground. And we'll switch into the other side and then we'll take a wrist break. So, I'm going to reach my left leg back and I'm going to curl my leg, my foot, my toes, under, pushing the heel back and finding that belly toning. I'm going to reach my right arm forward initially. I'm not lifting the left leg today. I am, however, going to bring the left arm out to the side, palm towards the earth, and then I'm going to rotate my whole rib cage open to my right side into a twist, right? Keep the left heel pushing back. And then can you imagine your left chest reaching all the way through your right chest, rolling up through the shoulder towards the ceiling. Inhale, get longer in all directions. And exhale, come down. Assuming it's okay for you to take a child's pose, and that doesn't bring up a lot of congestion or mucus, take a child's pose. If you need to be higher, you could always drop your elbows down, right, and bring your fingers up to your forehead and rest here so that your head is still a little above your lungs and your heart. And again, this I'm talking to my friends who have mucus and coughing and things like that going on right now, right? This way you can still take a version of child's pose maybe without causing any issues in the lungs. And then from there, we're going to go into a side stretch. So you can be higher for this if you need to as well. You can leave the knees apart or bring them together. You're going to walk over to your right, drop your left buttocks down, and then lengthen that left hand forward and away from the left hip. And today I'm actually going to have you walk your right hand over to the right a little bit. I'm demonstrating this as this doesn't make sense. And you're going to push into that and see if you can't, again, rotate the ribs, the left chest through the right chest all the way up to the ceiling. So similar to what we just did, but now we're trying to activate that whole left side waist, yeah? And coming back through center. I'm also playing for the lungs, right? And we're gonna walk over to the left and go ahead and lengthen that right arm forward on a diagonal. You'll probably be about the edge of your mat, maybe slightly off, but I'm usually on my mat personally. Left arm's gonna walk over the left a little bit, and if I push into those left fingertips, can I reach my right chest up to my left chest, up to the ceiling, and get a little rib rotation here. Knees can always be higher if the hips or knees are talking to you. Hips can be higher. I think I said that wrong. And come back through center. And again, maybe a downward dog, but for my friends who are having a hard time having their lungs, their head underneath their lungs, you wouldn't do that, right? But otherwise, if it's okay, you would just go and stand up, and we'll meet you there in a second, right? Or you could always do a half downward dog, but even then, the head is still a little bit beneath the lungs. So it just depends on your congestion level, really. Go ahead and take one more breath. And then we'll all walk to the back of our mat. We'll meet up there. And you can move that blanket if you have a blanket on your mat. Hands on the shins, reach the chest forward. Hands on the hips, elbows up. Come all the way up. Okay, so interlace your hands behind your back. We're doing fancy stuff today. And as you push into your sacrum, let those shoulder heads roll back as you start to get nice and tall, right? Find those four corners of both feet rooting down so you can find the crown of the head reaching up. Maybe the knuckles start to reach back a little bit. Maybe you use a strap. Especially my friend Kristen, you're going to use a strap here, yeah? And breathe in. Now, if you're leaving your head up higher, you're just going to work from here. But it might feel okay, if the lungs are okay with it, that congestion is okay with it, to start to bend the knees and fold in. Right? And as you do, can you keep the shoulders lifting towards the sky, even as maybe you start to reach your knuckles forward toward your front of the room, whatever that is to you in your body. Soften your neck. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale there. With an inhale, we're going to reach our knuckles back so much it lifts us all the way up. Reach the arms down by the side. So if you're working with a strap, and if you don't have a strap or a belt at home, you can always just have the hands separated and work from here. We're going to come through a sun salutation A to do some upper back bends, some chest openers from our bellies. So come on up to the top of your mat. Standing up, really rooting the feet down and lengthening. Inhale, reaching those arms out and up. Exhale, folding in, skip this. If you can't, bring your head down or just leave yourself higher, right? Inhale, reaching the chest forward, bending your knees, planting your hands, and stepping back to the top of a push-up, aka plank. Shoulder blades down the back, bring your knees down if you want to. Push your heels back, reach your chest forward, keep the belly toning in. So I'm still giving options for strength, right? Our bodies are craving movement these days because we're doing a lot of sitting for a lot of us. Come forward on the tippy toes, bend the elbows coming all the way down. Uncurl the toes, we're moving nice and slow, big, big, beautiful breath. Inhale, come up into low cobra. So we still work with our central nervous system even while we work with strength, right? And as those elbows move in, shoulder blades down the back, I'm not pushing down, but I'm going to traction my hands back to see if my chest can reach further forward. Inhale, open those lungs, broaden the collarbone. And come on down. Interlacing your hands behind you, or using a strap, or just having the palms face one another, right? And press the tops of the feet, thighs lift, tailbone down. With an inhale, reach those knuckles back to lift the head and the chest. So this is very similar to what we just did standing, right? And as a matter of fact, for some of my friends, you're going to curl your toes under and push your heels into an imaginary wall behind you. Reach the knuckles back, reach the chest forward. But keep that belly toning up to the spine so you stay out of your lower back. Inhale. And when you come on down, you're going to turn your head and release the arms by the side. And just take a moment, take a breath. So I think it's fun to explore prone belly breathing. So it's still that soft belly and allowing the belly to fill, right? But when you're lying against the floor, just notice, just play, just feel, right? Maybe you start to feel a little more movement in the back of the rib cage even. Maybe not. Forehead to the ground. Interlace, other index finger on top, or palms next to each other, or about. Pressing the tops of the feet, the thighs lift, right? Tailbone down, inhale. Shoulders are going to lift your head and your chest, knuckles back. Now reach your toes back so much, maybe they lift an inch. If this goes near your low back, don't do it, right? Keep that low belly toning up. I could say buttocks flex to your heels. Take one more breath, elongate. And exhale, come on down. Release the head the other direction, palms up by the side. And again, explore your soft belly breath while you are prone, belly down on the floor. Adding the next level. You're going to bring your arms forward. Let's do Sphinx pose, okay? So, elbows are underneath the shoulders. I see this a lot in class. My elbows are not back behind the shoulders. If that feels like it goes near your low back, I'm going to have you move your arms in front of your shoulders, your elbows, right? But otherwise, as much as you can towards under, pressing the tops of feet, thighs lift, tailbone down. And I'm going to pull my belly up, and that's going to help my low back stay long. Again, feel free to go this way with the arms. That's totally fine. Just not this way. It's just a different pose. That's all. It'll get you different benefits, right? And as you push down, root down through the hands and the shin, not the shins, the forearms they're called, right? Can you move your shoulder blades down your back and reach the chest forward? Inhale into those lungs. And exhale, soften the jaw and the tongue. One more time, inhale into your lungs. Imagine busting all that mucus up, and when you exhale, maybe it just dissolves and just comes out of your nostrils into the air around you. Ew, that's so gross. Go ahead and bring that down. Stack your hands, elbows wide. Take a rest. Hands next to the low floating ribs. If you were wearing glasses, you can grab them here, right? Pressing the tops of the feet. We're going to try and come up through a plank. And maybe the knees stay down. I'm going to show that version because I know my two friends who I'm making this for, they're going to probably lay their knees down. So you're going to pull your belly up and then push into your arms and try to come on up through a half plank. And then exhale back. If it's okay to do a downward dog, otherwise you could always do a couple of cat-cows from hands and knees. Take an inhale. With an exhale, let's all meet at the back of our mat. Hands on the shins, reaching the chest forward. Exhale, folding in. Hands on the hips, elbows up. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And bring those arms down by the side. Now let's go ahead and let's just do one little standing series, and then we'll come on down and we'll rest. We'll cool down. We'll rest. We'll cool down before we go into Shavasana. Go ahead and step those feet out nice and wide. Turn your left toes in and your whole right leg out. Inhale the arms out wide, and exhale, go ahead and bend into Warrior Two. Lengthening out over that leg, coming into Parsvakonasana, but we're going to drop the left hand to the hip, right? Now, the arm and the leg, as they make contact, don't let that shove the shoulder up to yours. Soften that shoulder away from your ear. And we're trying to get a little bit deeper into the lungs with this. We're going to go ahead and see if that left hand can come either onto the right buttock, left buttock, sorry. Maybe it reaches to the right. That just depends on body and proportions and other things. No big whoop. But can you use pressure against the sacrum to roll the right shoulder up? Yeah? And then soften the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you turn the head and look up. Imagine inhaling and expanding your right, no, sorry, it would be your, crap, I go to the right first. Your left lung, sorry. I was trying to figure it out. I was all mirroring and on the opposite side. So as you fill up that left lung, and exhale one more time. Inhale, fill up to that left lung. If there's any liquid or mucus, imagine that cracking up, breaking up, dissolving, and exhaling, sighing it out, right? And go ahead and come on up. Hands, toes forward. Hands, toes. Turn your right toes in and your whole left leg out. Inhale the arms out wide, and exhale, bending in. So I'm trying to find that level of work. And leaning forward, bringing the hand down. where your lungs are definitely having to work since they haven't in the past week or whatever that is for you, right? But where we still get some work in them without taxing them too much. So now that right hand drops back, and it just makes contact with the sacrum wherever it can on you. And then as you push into the sacrum, allow that to roll your right shoulder up. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. You might even turn and look up. And then again, I want you to imagine that you're breathing into that right lung more than the left. And exhale. We got 2 more of those. Inhale, expand your right lung. And exhale. If you've got mucus or any kind of phlegm, liquid, anything going on in there, inhale, expand into it. Imagine it getting busted up, melted, pulled out, whatever it is. Exhale, get it out of you. And inhale, bring the body up. Turn the toes forward. And you can toe heel, you can step, or you can jump those legs all the way in. Pause for a second here. Right, standing in Tadasana, nice and tall. If you want to do arms, you can always have the arms in, or you can just let it be casual. I really would love for you to bring your awareness into where the lungs are housed. And I don't just mean we always like, oh, right here. Yep, it's true. Right here, too, right? Right here, too. Close the eyes. If the breath did get rapid, slow it down and just check in with those lungs. Again, we want to start to work them a little bit, but we don't want to work them so much that they go into like a coughing fit they can't stop, or that they get so pissed that, something happens on the back end of that when you're done with this class later today. We're just trying to bring the health of the lungs back. Inhale, open those eyes. Okay, let's come on down to our buttocks. You can always sit up on something. There are plenty of things probably around your house you could use if necessary. Bring that right leg in, wrap the left arm around, bring the right fingertips back. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, start to move into that twist. We did some twists, but not a ton, so, just letting the spine unwind without a lot of expectations of this being the deepest twist that you've ever done in your whole life. You might bring your awareness into your right lung. It's pretty open right now. The front side of it anyway. Keep your shoulders turned and the ribs in rotation, but turn your head only, your chin, I could say, and have it rotate towards the left shoulder. And turn the body forward, extend that leg out. Bring that other leg in. Bring right arm around, left fingertips back. Inhale, get tall. Exhale and turn towards that left side. And again, you might bring your awareness to the front of the left lung. It's pretty open right now. If that makes you want to breathe a little deeper into that area, or just bring your healing energy there. Instead of forcing your body into a twist or into anything, saying, hey body, what is it that would benefit you the most right now? So we're going to keep our ribs and our shoulders turned, but we're going to turn our head and look over our left shoulder-ish. And then go ahead and extend those legs out. Let's do a hamstring stretch. Get nice and tall. You can always bend the knees or sit up on heights. Exhaling, folding out over those legs, in and out. If you want to round and soften in, if that feels really nice in your spine, especially because we did all those upper back bends, I would suggest that. But if you have bulging herniated discs, or if coming down causes those lungs to want to cough, just stay up a little bit today. Inhale, reaching the chest forward, coming on up. Coming down onto your back. Maybe try to make it a little bit of a slower release down. Since we didn't do tons of core, that way get a little bit of core into it. If you need to, bring your upper body or your head up up a little bit. Again, this is specifically for my coughing friends, right? If you're not coughing, you can bring all the way on, be all the way on the earth. Go ahead and take that option. Maybe rocking. Bring the knees in, I don't think I said that part. And then maybe rocking a little bit from right to left. Do something. Do something, yeah, people. Put the left foot on the ground. Interlace behind the right thigh and push that right heel up to the sky. Circle that right foot. So let's just take a couple of moments here and move that lymph fluid. Lymphatic fluid. Go ahead and go the other way. And bend the knee and put the foot down. Bring that left leg in. And interlace behind the left thigh and push that heel up. Of course, your hands can always be by the side too, right? But if you want to hold it up there so it doesn't have to work so hard. And then go ahead and start to circle that foot a little bit, just moving some of that fluid around down there. Going the other way. And put that left foot down on the ground. And then one more thing before we go into Shavasana, walk your feet out a little bit, let your knees just gently lean in. For me, that's just like, I don't know, maybe an inch. For some people, they like them to come all the way together, whatever feels good, it's all good. Tee the arms out. And then you're gonna give yourself a hug and cross your right arm over your left, yeah? And you might just stay here and just give yourself a hug. Some of us might go into full eagle arms. If you're like, what? That means my forearms come back towards each other, and then my left hand is going to try to wrap all the way around my right forearm until it can grab onto my palm or my thumb base or whatever that is. If that's not accessible, just keep hugging. You'll still get benefits, I swear. Now, keep your upper traps, your inner shoulders, I'll call them, out of it. Maybe those elbows lift off the chest a little bit until they are stacked over the shoulders. All of this stuff is maybe now. Notice my language. Meaning maybe you don't do it. Maybe the forearms lift up away from the face a little bit, and that's for my eagle armers. The elbows up, all of us can do that potentially. Now I want you to breathe twice into the back of your lungs. Right? Just meaning, you're breathing into your lungs, I know, but expand the back side of the rib cage when you do. And go ahead and release the arms all the way out to the side, soften them down to the ground, pause, inhale, exhale. Okay, hugging ourselves, left arm on top. Walking those hands down a little bit. You might stay here. You might wrap the forearm, the right arm all the way around the left until you can grab onto your thumb base. Now, soften the shoulders away from the ears and keep that. All versions of this pose. Maybe the elbows lift up a little bit, maybe they don't. Not just up away from the chest, but maybe even up away from the floor a little bit towards the ceiling. Maybe forearms lift up a little bit, maybe they don't. And now 2 big old breaths into the back side of your lungs, the back side of your rib cage. Those poor intercostals, especially if you're coughing a lot. So hopefully we're just giving a little bit of space to all those muscles that run in between the ribs. Go ahead and release those arms out. Let them tee out and come down for a breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then go ahead and find out where it's going to feel the nicest for you today. Maybe it's a little bit more towards the teed out or down just a little bit, right? Than it is where we are with our classical, I'll call it our classical Shavasana. So find out where the arms want to be today for you to find full expansion of your collarbones in the area of the lungs and heart. You can extend the legs out if you want. You can soften if you want. Well, no, hopefully you do want to. I would love that. And since we're talking about lungs and excess mucus and all that stuff, maybe even thinking about that, right? Softening, whatever that means to you. And if there's a visualization that works for you, right? When you're working with mucus, mucus is, got kind of that wet quality. So maybe it's that it dries. Every time you inhale, you're drying out the mucus, right? Maybe it's that when you inhale, the mucus explodes, and on exhale, it can just exhale and leave your lungs through the nose out into the air around you, or whatever that might be. Maybe you have little lung elves, and the little lung elves have little vacuum cleaners, and they're vacuuming out all that extra mucus in your lungs right now. Okay, that's my favorite one so far. The point being, the options are endless. Use your creativity and find out what is it to you. That would be a cool visualization for you, imagining that mucus getting out of your lungs and nose and sinuses. And bring your awareness back to your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe stretch those arms overhead. If you extend the legs, you can put your feet back on the ground, knees bent. Roll over to your right. And you can pause there, you don't have to rush up. You'll push the floor away when you're ready. Come on now. You can sit or kneel or be on a chair or whatever you want. We're going to do one more thing before we say namaste, and that is the thymus tap. So I sent a little thing out about this, but let's add it in here at the end. You can either take a fist or cut your fingers kind of all cupped together. I like a fist personally, and I just want you to take and tap on the thymus. It's behind the breastbone, just a little bit under the collarbones. So the thymus, more active before puberty and helping take T lymphocytes and make them into white blood cells, which of course are our fighters of infections. But in Ayurveda, they believe it continues to play a role. In Western science, we're like, oh, thymus gland, it shrinks, it's not needed, it doesn't really, but we are a whole organism, right? So the thymus gland in Ayurveda is still active. And tapping the thymus gland can encourage the fighting of infection in the body. Okay, let that go. Just a couple more breaths, just notice. And another thing about that thymus tap that I like is when I have a lot of congestion in my chest and in my lungs, I feel like it starts to move it so it can come up and out, right? Bring those hands together in front of the chest. Inhale. Bow the head into the heart. Just taking a moment of gratitude. I just like to remind people during these days, this time, our body is doing everything that it knows how to do to heal us and to stay protected, right? To protect us. So how can we help the body do that, right? But maybe in ways that are more beneficial to our overall systems. Namaste. Mwah. For any of my friends who don't know, I've got over 100 videos online at patreon.com. Everything I'm doing during this time of the coronavirus is free and open to the public, but if you like me, if you dig me, and you feel like supporting me, you can do that too. Namaste. And to my friends who have, oh my gosh, you paid my rent. I love you so much.